that's going there. I want that to get situated first. Fix my hair again. Shit. That's fine. Going out tonight. I still haven't done a clap sync yet, but once we hit that, you know. Okay, I think we're ready. Okay, well, we clipped on there, so hopefully those are enough claps. Hopefully that's enough claps and stuff to get good audio in. Gosh, I keep looking at the LCD over here. I need to look there. Okay, so I want to do a little Boys State recap. Let me adjust this microphone here. Okay, so I want to do a little, maybe I should adjust it lower to make me sit lower. And then I can adjust my chair as well. There we go. That looks better, right? So, Boys State recap, day 1. I had my notes. You saw those earlier. That's the first thing I want to talk about is the arrival at K-State. So we were early. We were like 10 minutes early, so we walked around the campus a little bit, saw Chalmers and Abbott Hall. And then walking back to Goodnow and Marlatt, we passed by Wheatfield Hall. And the check-in would be in Kramer Dining Center. So before you walk into where you would eat, there's some stairs that would go up. And that's where we would walk. They kind of said, hey, Boys State is this big thing. Be organized, try to be nice, and everything like that. Some kind of hoorah starter stuff. This can change your life if you let it, put the effort in, stuff like that. To kind of start the camp to all the early people there. So then they let us upstairs. We got checked in. I kind of regret not doing chorus, talent show, or band or anything like that. I probably wouldn't do that well in the band, but, maybe talent show, making up some improv in the key of D piano piece would have been pretty fun. Something else. So after that, went to my room, 2nd floor of Goodnow in MacArthur County. Kind of met my counselor dude. His name, I'm not going to say names in here just to avoid all that. But led me to my room. It was good. The doors would have to be unlocked the entire time, so I'll talk about that later when I come up with a solution. It wasn't on the first day that I had a solution, so they had the door. My door was propped open by a chair. My roommate was supposed to be a guy named Ahmed, but he never showed up the first day, so that was kind of sad. I would spend the rest of my week alone, kind of. So then I went back to the meeting area after Mom took forever to unpack my stuff. I mean, I'm kind of glad she did it, but I got to use all the drawers, so it really didn't matter. Hangers were a good thing. Then I went back to the main meeting area, and we kind of just sat there for the longest while. It took people a while to show up. So then, what we did was, so I went in here kind of gung-ho wanting to be governor. So I walked around, shook hands with people, hey, how you doing, meeting them, stuff like that. And then after that, and everybody kind of showed up, I met a lot of people. They calmed us down. Hey, we're going to go do this. And so they talked to us, Boys State was a good thing. It'll be good if you're open to it. So don't lock yourself in a box kind of thing. So then we walked outside to get lined up to march. Once again, we just took the stairs because we were on the 2nd floor. Lined up to march. It was kind of crazy. And then we marched down to McCain. Marching was kind of interesting. It was just, where's the 6? I'll put in a graphic, probably the next video of marching and stuff. But, so we marched all the way to McCain. They had opening ceremonies and stuff. If you go check their YouTube channel, they kind of have that opening video of, hey, this is the 80th anniversary. It's something this week changes many people's lives. So be open, put in the effort. Kind of what is leadership, a hoorah on that. You're going to have opportunities to express leadership at this camp and grow your skills. So please put in the energy to get the most out of it for yourself, type of thing. Then what happened? I'm kind of drawing a blank. My notes. So after we got back to McCain, then we marched back and we did elections for stuff. And so, like I talked about in all the jobs videos, we did elections for jobs, kind of in that order. We started with we started with sheriff and then media, and then moved on from there. Leaving county commission was the last thing, kind of judges. We did courts people, then we did department people, then we broke up into parties and then into cities for the final elections for like senators and House of Reps and stuff like that, and then county commission as well. So that was kind of the breakdown. We did county commission before we broke up into party leader and cities. So that was the progression of elections. So after that, after elections, I can't remember what we did. I think we had just like a kind of like a chill session, or dinner probably. And then after that, we had some elections, and then we went to dinner, and then we came back for a couple more elections, and then we went to operations. So operations, basically the word for work, where we would go and carry out the duty that we were elected to. So I was elected to the Department of Humanities. So the city people would stay in the hall of the city. County commission was in the hall of like the first city, the southmost city, and then everybody else kind of went to their thing. The House went to the House room, Senate went to the Senate room. The House and the Senate went to the same room that first day, and then we went to where the Senate would be held the rest of the week. We went into that building for the departments. All three departments were in the same room. They organized us. We kind of got to meet each other. Hey, what's up? Goal, pick a leader. I ran for leader for that, but this other kid had some better sounding qualifications, so it was kind of the first, this is the second little bit of, hey, spit out why you're awesome and everyone else is not as good as you kind of thing. And me, I'm kind of like not very braggadocious, so that was very different for me to do. So that was good. And then about halfway through that operations, they told party leaders to go somewhere else, and I was a party leader, elected as a party leader as well. And so then I went to meet with the other 10 party leaders, and these guys were crazy. Like, I was a pretty moderate guy there at the camp, and these guys were like totally off the wall doing all this crazy stuff. And so I was kind of like, okay, and our job there was to create a party platform. So kind of make a list of things that your party believes in. And so that's what we did. We wrote these things, and we were rushing. We had to pick a leader as well. Super aggressive leader picking, like basically go in the hall in them. We questioned them to death. Super like raw choices, like, are you for or against the death penalty? Are you pro-life or pro-choice? And like, it's either a yes or no answer. There was no explaining involved. And then after that, we kind of basically picked, we like number 2 and number 1. Which one? 1, 2, 1, everyone go with 2? Okay, 2. And that's who we went with kind of as the decision for the leader of the party. Not that it was a huge weight, but I think it was helpful. It would have been helpful to be that. I did not run for the leadership of the party leaders because I planned on running for governor, and I felt like that would be unfair if, hey, you're getting to organize the caucus, but also you're running for governor in the caucus, so you would have a deeper understanding and a more long-term understanding beyond other players, or beyond other people, on what the caucus would run like. So I didn't run for leadership of that. These guys were crazy, verbally aggressive, very loud, and I was just kind of sitting there trying to be quiet. They were pretty funny too, so that was kind of bad. Oops. After that, went back to the county after operations were done for reflections, and so we kind of asked, what did you learn about yourself today? How did the day go? Was it what you expected? Questions like that. And then after that, we had like a couple minutes to go to bed. I did take a shower that evening, and kind of after that, I woke up and take a shower, but that's getting into day 2, so that'll come out tomorrow or something like that. So that was kind of my first day at Boise State on Sunday. Yeah. See you tomorrow.